She was adopted, and we took delivery of her three weeks after she was born, delightfully happy. And
gorgeous little chubby girl.
Yeah, all smiles, and she got on very well with her adopted brother. As she got older, she got more and more interested in what was going on. Her brother was quite a good artist, and he used to sit down and draw, and Kate at the age of 3 and 4 would sit down alongside him and copy what he was doing. And the thing that upset him was that her copy was better than his original. And so he lost his interest in painting and drawing, and Kate went on, and that's where she got her initial interest in artwork, and which was her career for most of her life. I had been very, very fortunate to be selected for an overseas scholarship and to take my wife for the 3 months. When I was in Ottawa, I got an urgent phone call to say that she was in hospital, and the lass her carer had taken her to hospital for 2 weeks before that, and she had these terrible tummy pains, and the hospital said she's pregnant. He said, I'm not pregnant. They had a ruptured appendix. She came home, and obviously to be much slimmer, had a few days at home, and then went back to school. And all her girlfriends said, oh, Kate, you look so lovely, you're so slim. And so I think that was really the first indication of things not going well. When we came back, we noticed that difference, that she wasn't eating as well. She was keeping a lot of food in her own room.
She wouldn't eat with us, got to the stage she wouldn't eat with us. If she didn't eat in her room, either she would cook and eat, then we would cook and eat, or vice versa. But she wouldn't eat with us.
It really destroyed the family concept of sitting around the table and talking. Oh, there was some help from up the health department.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And that was with a tube mainly.
Yeah,
it wasn't eating food. And they sent her home. I mean, she almost got to the stage she walked out. I mean, she didn't go. She would not stay in there any longer, and she knew they couldn't make her. Well, we didn't get much help at all, did we?
The only time we got help was when she went into hospital, and that was sort of 2 months or 3 months. Then the last time she went into hospital for 3 months, she came back and she was here in the house, for the hospital and the home, which was the sort of follow on from the hospital treatment.
We couldn't get any help. Help was just not available.
Yeah.
Her doctor, well, she wouldn't go to a doctor, let's face it.
But she would never recognise or be prepared to discuss her condition. I would have found it almost terrifying. She lost all faith and confidence in the medical system, and obviously the medical system was going to intrude into her private life, and she was very resistant to that. She was very, very, very independent and sort of being almost an isolationist. She was a great dog lover, and I think that she used her love of dogs to be a facade for her problem of wanting to walk all the time. And so she'd take the dog for a 2 hours walk in the morning and 2 hours walk in the afternoon. It was sort of...
imagine what that did to her.
Yeah, hid the fact that she was exercising unnecessarily. She did say to me, I don't want to die, back sort of 2 years ago. And I think that was always her attitude. She didn't want to die. She was going to try and...
took over.
So anyway, a week before she had her accident, I rang her up and said, Kate, I'm coming out to have an eyeball discussion with you. We're very worried about you. You're not well, and I'm going to have to take the course of action of committing you to the hospital. I know you're going to hate me for that, but I think it's necessary because I think I'm getting very, very worried about your condition. Well, we were surprised how Kate's body, because she'd starved her body for 30 odd years, and when she had the fall, we found her sort of in the bathroom, and she'd probably been there for 5 hours. And we called the ambulance, and they came out and said, it's too late, I'm sorry, we're too late. And then they moved to the heartbeat and the pulse, And so there was a bit of glimmer of hope. So she went in on life support, and then we had a meeting with the medical staff, and we decided to turn the life system off. And at that stage we thought it was going to be a quick thing, but it took 3 days before she didn't die until 7 o'clock on Saturday night.
Oh, it was a terrible.
Yeah.
There's very little help. I think all hospitals should have at least 2 people who know how to deal with eating disorders, and there don't seem to be any.
Well,
I've just written a little bit here. I'd be very pleased if at least one family can benefit from this discussion.
and I feel that there is a need for a softer face to the health system, one that's more cooperative and designed to help